Hey, welcome back to another round of Cyborg Gaming. Today we're going to go through the final two deed trades and getting those heart pieces. So we're going to head over to the Zora Hall and the Ikana Canyon. First, we'll obviously need to get the teardrop, the moon's tear, and from there go through the first couple trading sequences. So you can see I already have this cleared out, but you'll just need to put in the bomber's notebook, or bomber's code. And so we do need to make each trade in the initial manner. So we're going to go get the tier, trade it for the deed in Clocktown, go over to the southern swamp, make that trade, go up to Goron Village and make that trade, and then we can head over to Zora Hall and then Ikana Canyon. So it is a little bit of a longer heart piece, but we will get one at the Zora Hall now that I have the Zora mask. And then we can use Epona to go hop our way into Ikana Canyon. We have obviously gotten the tier a good amount of times. Let's get some rupees. There we go. Also, just a reminder, you do need to drop off 5,000 rupees into the bank to get that heart piece as well. So, talk to our good friend over here, the man that looks like a wizard, and look into the telescope. So you can see Majora there, and he's going to look up and see that teardrop. Alright, so we can get out of there. And let's get out of here. And then from here we might as well just teleport back to Clocktown, as it's going to be, the first trade is going to be right there. So now we can just kind of soar back to Clocktown. So this is obviously one of the first things you do in the game, so you should have done this already at least once. That's okay, I'll pull that out later. So he's going to come from the sky and offer us a trade. And we do have a tier, so let's pull that out. And there we go. Okay, now we can teleport over to the southern swamp. And down here at the very bottom. So I already have that deed out. Might have to be a Deku for this, I can't quite remember. But either way, we can put on the Deku mask if he doesn't accept it as Link. So basically he wants to sell magic beans. So once we give him this deed, you can actually go buy magic beans from him in Clocktown. So now we have the swamp deed. We need to go up to the mountain village. And when we're in Mountain Village, we have to be a Deku. When we're in Zora Hall, we're going to have to be a Goron. When we're in Ikana Canyon, we're going to have to be a Zora. So, let's get over there. So we don't want to go to Snowhead. It's easiest to go to Mountain Village. And just because it's fastest to turn into a Goron, I probably should have gotten rid of the hook shot. Oh well. Let's go speed our way through this. You can see I haven't beaten the Snowhead Temple on this run. It's still nice and snowy. You got Tingle up there if you want to get yourself a couple maps. Ooh, very close there. So here we will need to be a Deku. There's also the heart piece directly above the Deku scrub here, the merchant. So let's turn into a Deku. So if you want to grab the heart piece, just basically give him this deed, which I didn't do correctly, and then use the Deku flower to shoot your way up and grab the heart piece. So we're going to give him another deed. That is the Southern Swamp deed. And he's going to give us this one in exchange. So now we're going to go over to the Great Bay and turn into a Zora. And then once we're in, we'll turn into a Goron. So we're going to have to get out of this. We don't need this one anymore. And let's put on the Zora now. And we're just going to want to go into the Zora Hall. Great Bay is all the way over here. If you haven't been to the Great Bay yet, you need to have beaten Snowhead Temple. You need to go get Epona from Romani Ranch, and then you can hop into the Great Bay with Epona. And you can eventually, get the Zora. It's one of the first things you do in here. Get the Zora mask. And then you can go into the Zora Hall. You also can get the hookshot here by going over to the Pirates Bay, or the Pirates Fortress, basically Gerudo Fortress. So the Great Bay has kind of two little parts here. There's a lot of heart pieces in this area. It's a great area to explore. And you can see right in front of me, we can go underwater here, and it's going to take us over to the Zora Hall. There's going to be a lot of little fishies here that are going to come after you. A lot of likes. And we're almost already done with the Zora trading sequence. So we're going to go to the room here off to the left. Okay. So I've already had a talk with this guy. Should get out of my way here. So you do need to be a Zora to basically kick them out of the way. There's also a really nice heart piece to get in here with some nice music. It's kind of interesting side quest and side heart. So you can see the heart piece up here. This one I actually have not gotten already. We're going to turn into a Goron, and let's have a talk. So it's kind of the same thing. He wants to sell something somewhere else. So now we could go over to the Mountain Deed area and buy, I think he wants to sell potions. The same little clip of them just kind of flying away. So now we can take off this, put on the Deku, and same with all the training sequences, just fly right up, and there should be a heart piece for you. So I'm not sure if I can actually teleport out of here. Let's check. So I'm just going to go back to Clocktown for now, because I don't have any checkpoints in the Ikana Canyon area. So that is like 3 of the 4 done. So we'll get started on Ikana Canyon. So here we're going to want to pull out the Garo's Mask, which you can get over in Romani Ranch. And then we're going to need to play Epona's song when we get out here. Actually, I'm also going to need the hook shot. So walk right past our good fellow here. Ah, of course I went to the complete wrong side. My bad. Good thing I love riding Epona. Okay. So basically when I put on the Garo's mask, the guy's gonna love the mask and a tree's gonna pop up. I can't quite remember if there's other ways of getting in, but the Garo mask is over in Romani Ranch. I have a video for that. I can put that in the details in the description. You basically have to get Epona, go over to outside of Romani Ranch. Actually, I don't. Once you have Epona, you don't technically have to go into the ranch. And then you're gonna want to race. I think it's like the Talon brothers. I can't quite remember the names. And from there, if you beat them twice, you will get the Garo's mask. Should allow you to get in here without a problem. And then from there, we just need to kind of follow. Oh man, I do this every time. Okay, gotta gain some speed. Not what I want. I do find Epona to be a little bit more clunky in the movements than I did in Ocarina of Time. Also, make sure you speak to him. He will give you a mask as well. Yeah, must obtain the mask containing the wandering spirits. So let's get off of Epona. And let's put on our mask. So also just a heads up, this guy right here will help you dramatically with the, what's it called? The Gerudo's Fortress or the Pirate's Fortress. He will give you the stone mask that allows you to kind of just walk around the Gerudo's Fortress without getting kicked out. Especially with the fisherman's task, trying to get the Sioux horse, you're going to want to use that for the picture. So now I can just take this off. And let's put on the bunny hood. So I can speed this up a little for you guys. So eventually we're going to kind of come up on Ikana Canyon. And we're going to want to follow a path to the left following up the water. So let's follow this path over here. So I think I said left, it should be right then. There should be a Deku scrub right here. So let's pull out the Zora mask, and let's pull out our deed. So he's talking about a blue potion. And that's what he's talking about with the deed. The ocean tile deed. We get 200 rupees, which I already had pretty much maxed out. Should have stopped by the bank before coming over here. Alright, so let's go put on the Deku scrub, Deku mask, and let's teleport over there. And so this is the whole trading sequence from the tiers drop all the way to Ikana Canyon, and the heart pieces along with that. Each trade should give you one heart piece. I know I didn't show you really where the first couple are, but I do have videos on that if you don't know where the heart piece is, but usually it's just look up and go into the Deku flower. You should be able to find them without a problem. Alright guys, hope you found this video helpful. Catch you on the next one.